Headline weather from Meridian Prime Radio.
So today, early mist and fog will slowly clear during Wednesday morning, leaving a dry day with light wind and some bright sunny spells. Wind will be light with a maximum temperature of 15 degrees C. Tonight, a dry night with clear spells and turning chilly in rural areas. Mist and fog is expected to form in some areas, and this could become dense in places, with a minimum temperature of 5 degrees C tonight. And Thursday, mist and fog will slowly clear during Thursday, with most areas seeing some soft afternoon brightness. Winds remain light with a maximum temperature tomorrow of 13 degrees C.
Now, more great music and the best variety from the station at the heart of your community. Meridian Prime Radio with Zoe Folkes.
Great music and the best variety. Meridian Radio.
That is the Steve Miller Band there with Abracadabra, and before that was of course Clean Bandit and Jessica Lynn, and I am Zoe Folkes. What a great day to start the show. I'm here from 3 until 6 p.m. tonight, and you were just with Angie Brown giving you all her country jams. And yes, so for the next 3 hours, I'll be bringing you some great music, a big variety, along with some great interesting stories. And I'll be telling you about a lot of events going on in London and the local Greenwich area. And if you would like to get in contact with me, you can head over to our Twitter page, that's at Meridian Radio, or text me on 0753 70800. That's 0753 53 70800. Or we even have Facebook as well, so that's facebook.com/Meridian Radio. So yeah, some more amazing music coming up for the rest of the show, although it's still early days, but it's going to include some Calvin Harris, some Carly Rae Jepsen a bit later on, and I'll be talking a bit more about some events that are actually being celebrated today. So there's a lot of things going on today, as well as it being All Saints Day, which is also known as All Hallows Day. And it's celebrating all the saints, known and unknown. I'll tell you a bit more about that later. And there'll be some more exciting news and a quiz coming up a bit later as well. But next up, here is a great song. So if anyone else watches not Pointless, The Chase, Spandau Ballet were on there, I believe. Oh no, it wasn't The Chase, it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And that actually is why I played that song, because I just refreshed my memory of it. And I hope everyone is having a great week so far. Halloween yesterday. And do you know what? No trick-or-treaters at all. It's the first year ever that's never happened, so I just ended up eating a lot of chocolate myself, which is, well, not complaining too much. And this weekend I went to see The Exorcist in the theatre, the Phoenix Theatre. It's near so the main area, and it was very good actually. And I'm not the type of person to normally get scared of things like that, but this one, it actually made me jump more than once in a big way. And I actually spilt my drink in the first minute of it all over this woman next to me. It's quite expensive wine I'd just paid for, and it was plastic as well, so where I'd crushed it between my legs, it was just leaking, so I basically had to down it. I think it was like 2 glasses of wine worth. And yeah, but the effects in it were brilliant, so the lights and the thunder and everything. And I'll be telling you a bit about what is going on today after a few more songs. But next up here is a song by Calvin Harris. And then I'll be telling you about some things going on in Greenwich and some other things that you can do in London in November.
Area. Brought to you in association with firstchoicepcs.co.uk.
So lots of eclectic things to do in Greenwich this month. So you can go to the Elton Centre, and that is for a workshop, and it's free at 5 till 8 p.m. to help get the whole community involved. And earlier this summer, the Mayor of London announced the London Borough of Culture Award. There's also the Beyond the High Blue Air at the Blackheath Halls. That's the 1st of November, so that's today at 8 p.m. It's £10. A passionate, urgent account of the years following her son Miles' snowboarding accident, just aged 29, gifted, athletic and loved. Miles was on the brink of a brilliant future. Then a snowboarding accident changed everything and suffered a devastating head injury. There's also the Woolwich Singers Community Choir at the Woolwich Town Hall. That's the 1st of November until the 11th of July. That's 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. It's £3, including light refreshments, and it's all about singing together and having fun. And there's also Blackheath Fireworks. That's on the 4th of November, 12 p.m. Free entrance, the biggest free firework display in London and the South East. And it's from 8 p.m. Fun fair from 12 noon. Food and refreshments from 5 p.m. So make sure you don't miss out on that.
Out and About with Meridian Prime Radio, your guide to local events in your area. Brought to you in association with firstchoicepcs.co.uk. Now, More great music and the best variety from the station at the heart of your community. Meridian Prime Radio with Zoe Folkes.
Great music and the best variety. Meridian Radio.
That is, of course, the Beach Boys there with Good Vibrations. And so a bit of a contrast to the rest of my weekend. I went to Kew Gardens on Sunday, and it was actually my first time going. And it was very, very lovely, you know, because I don't normally venture that far into the west of London, and it was the perfect weather for it too. There's a peacock roaming around, and if you go into the depths of some of the trees, there's actually all these tents set up for families, children, whoever, with loads of various types of yoga classes that you can go to, and little coffee refreshment stalls, just places where you can really go to unwind. And they also had all these men figures made out of a lot of the branches from the trees, all in fighting and martial arts positions. Yeah, it's very bizarre to see because it's in amongst the trees, and then if you pay attention in the distance, you can see these human-shaped figures. Quite creepy, but quite cool at the same time. And obviously, there's the botanical gardens, and it's the largest and most diverse botanical and collection in the world. And Kew's actually doing a Christmas lighting thing as well. So you can follow a sparkling trail of over 1 million twinkling lights illuminating heritage trees and buildings throughout the gardens. So it's fairy tale meets fantasy world of singing trees. So that's worth checking out. They haven't actually specified the dates on when that is going to be set up, but it's coming into Christmas. Well, according to all retailers, it's Christmas now. But I'm sure it won't be too long before they start to do that. Next up, here is a song by Carly. That is Carly Rae Jepsen there with Call Me Maybe. And, of course, well, going back to Halloween slightly, in terms of Halloween costumes, Instagrammers out there, you should definitely take a look at Neil Patrick Harris's Instagram photo of his family Halloween portrait. It's brilliant, and he's named it A Carnival of Curiosity, so kind of carnival. And it features Harris's husband and their 7-year-old twins posing in front of a carnival backdrop, and they're really over the top costumes. So there's a top hat, megaphone, crazy eyes, and his husband transformed into an eerie clown, and the son, Gideon, took on the persona of a moustache-wearing strongman, while their daughter served some major face as a bearded lady. So it's a brilliant family picture in terms of costumes go. And also, the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, he dressed up as Clark Kent, so that's a bit different. But next up, here's a song by Bill Withers, and then there'll be a quick news break again. A great song there by Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. And I've got one more song for you, and then there will be that news break, along with some great stories after that, so don't go anywhere. And don't forget to give me a message on Twitter, that's at Meridian Radio. But here is a song by Michael.
Meridian Radio.
Now, more great music and the best variety from the station at the heart of your community. Meridian Prime Radio with Zoe Folkes.
Great music and the best variety. Meridian Radio.
The Monkees there with I'm a Believer. Always reminds me of Shrek now, that song. I think it's got that permanent attachment to that song now. It is 3:45 in the afternoon, so getting through the day just about, and the air conditioning in the studio has actually been fixed, which it may just sound like nothing, but this studio gets extremely hot, and I walked in today and I was like, oh my gosh, thank God. Yeah, so it's also National Stress Awareness Day today. So it's observed annually on the first Wednesday in November, and it's a day to identify and reduce the stress factors in your life. And there are many reasons for stress in the workplace. So the job market is difficult, with many companies downsizing. A common concern for those affected is how they'll continue to provide for their families. Another major stress factor for some may be conflicts with co-workers. So work life is obviously not the only stressor, so nearly every employee balances family, home, health, and responsibilities that may impact on their lives. So just a way to observe it is to develop a routine to help you lessen your tension, even doing simple things like going for a walk, doing some deep breathing, some exercise or a massage, or take a long, relaxing bath. And there's actually the hashtag now you can use online. So it's hashtag Stress Awareness Day on social media sites. So you can even go over to Twitter now or Instagram just to do that. So next up, I've got a great song for you by No Doubt. So yeah, that's No Doubt there with It's My Life. And I'm just going to run through a few things with you about some other things going on in London that you may be interested in, because even though Halloween has ended, or something else is quickly going to fill its spot. So if you're Stratford way, if you go to Roof East, that's Thursday the 2nd of November until Wednesday the 31st of January, so it's going on for quite a while. There's a social fun and games club, and it's heading to this Roof East for the winter stretch. And so there'll be curling, glass igloo dining dens, and a ski lodge bar with them. Expect neon curling lanes where guests can have drinks served to them while they play, and food from the likes of Jimmy's Lodge and Crazy Pig being dished up in rooftop igloos. You know, I think this is actually really great. I think more things should appear like this around London, because it's normally, there's obviously Winter Wonderland that appears, the one I go to, and there's one at the South Bank Centre as well, which I haven't read about it yet, but I imagine it will be there this year as it was there last year. And also, if you go to the Tobacco Docks in Wapping, there's Skylight, and they have some fun in a car park, and it's like a rooftop playground in the Tobacco Dock. So they're turning it into lawn bowls and croquet lawns, and it's going to become festive for the winter season. So it's going to change the roof into an ice rink. So that'll be very exciting. So yeah, you've got the ice rink on the top of that there, which could be quite cool. And I'll be telling you a bit more, but next up here is Green Tambourine with Green Tambourine. And it is now 3:54. So there's only a few more minutes before we go into the next hour, where I'll be reading you the weather and telling you some more great things that are going on in London. So make sure you are not going anywhere. Stay tuned in. And do head over to Twitter, send me any requests, or even text me 0753 53 70 800. And I've got a few songs before we finish out into the hour, but the next one is by Kool and the Gang.